What's up, welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of My Brilliant Friend Season 4. This is the fourth and final season of the drama series adaptation of Elena Ferrante's Neapolitan novels, specifically adapting Book 4, The Story of the Lost Child. Season 4 premiering on HBO, actually ahead of the Italian broadcast on RAI. The past seasons, it actually came out in Italy before it premiered on HBO. That is a change for this final season. Also notable change is that the cast has changed as the characters have aged up for the first time since the first season. Elena Greco is now being played by Alba Rohrwacher, and Leela Cerullo is now being played by Irene Maiorino, solely based on appearance compared to the younger, actors they're taking over for. Spot on. They definitely look like aged up versions of Leela and Lenu. Also new this season is director Laura Bispuri from Italy. She is directing the entire season. As My Brilliant Friend concludes its run with season 4 on HBO, the fact remains that this has been one of the more underappreciated, underwatched great series of the last handful of years. Elena Ferrante book readers have long said the show is a strong adaptation. I can't personally speak to that, but what I can say is that I think it's a great character show. Set in the backdrop of post-war Italy in the 50s, we've now progressed quite a lot of time with these characters, and we're approaching the late 70s during a very turbulent time in Italy. The strength of the show is the fact that it's really all character, it's all conversation. Plot in this show is really just the progression of emotions and relationships. Very much one of those shows that, like, the journey, the ride, the evolution of the characters, and your time spent with them, it's like a great argument for like the TV format, I think, is a show like this. And that's despite the fact that this is a very serialized show, pretty straightforward in its storytelling, very much focused on its two leads. That is how this show works. Whether it was lucking out with casting inexperienced young actresses that really shined in their roles, the fact that we're actually filming in and around Italy, it's a great show, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing this season 4 premiere. I mean, nothing too special about it. I think it's pretty gets to a solid spot. For a while I was wondering if we were going to get much Leela. You finally get her at the very end of the season, the episode, but like in a really monumental way in terms of her revelations to Lenu about Nino and Nino's just fuckboy status. I think all that was done really well. The verbal fight between Lenu and the grandparents of her kids on, her baby dad's side, I thought that was done really well. Just like I think the emotional stakes of this show are often done quite effectively. It was cool to get, I think, the brief like Nino conference scene where you get another highlight of like what's going on in Italy and the presence of the Red Brigades and stuff like that. And of course, early on in the episode, the like really hard to watch fight between Lenu and her mom, who's been chastising her behavior and her relationship with her husband in terms of Nino and things like that, because we've spent a lot of time with Elena's mom throughout the course of the show. She's an actress we recognize. Like, that's a really hard scene to see. But overall, yeah, like I don't really have like expectations for like where it's gonna go or anything like that. Again, I haven't read the books. I don't really know. I can guess. I suppose. But more than anything, I think it's just seeing the journey, and I'm not expecting like payoff in every character or anything. It's really just about the two lead characters, and how I think because they're so well drawn again from the source material, like the divergent paths they've gone on in life, which is established very early on in the series, those divergent paths and the fact that they still come back around to each other, and the fact that they're both able to teach each other something about life and meaning and things like that, right, from two really different perspectives at this point. Like, I think that emotional richness is how the show quite shines. But yeah, very much looking forward to seeing season 4 conclude. Let me know, what are you most looking forward to seeing about My Brilliant Friend season 4? Have you read the books? If so, let me know. And for more TV reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.